Be sure to check out my Patreon for weekly exclusive interviews, extra content on VV and Omi, and building generational wealth, as well as money management tips from experienced whales. Yo, what's going on, y'all? I'm Cavell Anderson, and we're back with another VV and Omi video. In this one, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the Omi token. I haven't really spoken on it too much. Mainly the reason that I don't talk about the Omi token too much is because I feel like there's bigger conversations that need to take place before we can actually, as a community, really think where we think that things are going to go. Because I don't know everything, and that's the thing. When it comes down to timelines and how fast the space is developing, that's a conversation for bigger groups of people to have, because there's things that I don't know about the overall broader NFT space, cryptocurrency, like all of this, what's happening with regulations and stuff. I don't keep up with every aspect of what it's going to take for VV to get to the place where it has the potential to go. And also there come like the things that, like the thing that always bothers me about the community when they cry about the things that we can't control is that they don't ask questions about the things that we potentially can control. So is VV going to take the steps in the right direction that would lead to a $10 Omi token and things like that? We don't know if they have any plans or intentions of going certain places with this VV platform. Are they going to use this powerful position and really push the boundaries of the blockchain? Or are they going to limit themselves to strictly, purely only focusing everything surrounding the collectibles and just everything that directly goes with the collectibles? So is it just going to be an entertainment company, or is it going to be a lot bigger than that? Is this going to be, are they still planning to create a platform that could create jobs for people? Because they, at one point in time, they wanted people to be able to quit their jobs and work in the VVverse. They wanted people to be able to create their own businesses in the VVverse. Is that still the plan? There was conversations and talks about maybe partnering with bigger brands, bigger gaming companies like Call of Duties and your Fortnites and stuff like that. Is that still the plan? So there's a lot of different things that we have not had updates on or got any clarification surrounding. And I think that those are very, very important to know where we can go. Then we're in the middle of a recession. We're in the middle of one of the worst, the worst looking worlds that we've seen in quite a long time. So yeah, that being said, yo, before we jump too heavily into it, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Also, leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, because this is a discussion that I feel everyone should be having together. So let's jump into it. Is a dollar, is like, let's keep it at $1. The question was like $2 or something in 4 years. Is a dollar Omi token in 5 years realistic? That's tough. One thing that's very important for the success of VV, the blockchain, all of this, is confidence in NFTs. Which means education. Someone has to educate the world on why NFTs are valuable, what NFTs are, especially those who want to dive into collecting NFTs. Or we're going to need the world to start adopting, or we need the people who matter to be educated on it, because VV is proof that you don't have to be educated on NFTs to want to invest in them. Any collector, once they realize why VV is not just like any other digital collectible, where this is real, it's licensed, it's official. Like, you can't just have somebody recreate a 3D version and that's the same thing as what's on VV. And that's all a collector really needs to understand, is that this is actually a one of one, or a one of 10,000 or something like that. Especially when a brand has 40+ million fans. Like, people think that 10,000 editions right now is crazy because it's just so little of us on VV. I can see why that looks like a huge number, but in the grand scheme of things, like, most of our editions are quite small on VV. So people just need to be educated about, and confidence in NFTs need to be restored. You have to think about it. When people are talking about NFTs, you think of weird stuff like kids coming up drawing little doodles and making a bunch of money, which kudos to them. But it sounds like some type of scheme, some type of scam, some type of short-term thing. Then you have the, what is that, the Bored Apes project out here being accused of symbolism and stuff like that, which, hey, who knows? It's like, it's a lot of negativity and scammy. It's a scam culture right now in the NFT space. It was a cash grab, and then the people, even the celebrities who got into it, it was just like some celebrities got paid to take part in certain NFTs and stuff like that. And obviously that happens. But even the celebrities don't understand the true value of NFTs. No one, I feel like, got educated on NFTs. They just saw the money being made from NFTs, so they jumped in. So that's something major that has to change within the whole NFT space as a whole. And also, in order for VV to start going towards $1 and above, like once VV hits $1, that's when confidence that it can go over $1 actually hits. Because right now, we saw a big explosion with VV if you were here at the beginning, but then, or the OMI token, and then it dropped down so substantially that people don't even believe or are nervous that it can't even get back to where it was. Now, that's not a concern for me or most people if you actually understand that. Like, VV has a deflationary token. It's going to go up and get its value regardless. And then they're already talking about things that has the community like, oh, this can really hit $1. So that's not something that I'm really worried about. But we do need more education in a lot of different areas. Like VV needs to expand outside of just doing digital collectibles, because that was the smallest part of the vision that made me invest. But the bigger vision, the overall big picture is why I invested. The brands and stuff, the deals, the partnerships and stuff that they had, that's what gave me the confidence, and also understanding what it meant when they said that they were trying to go for Ready Player One type of project, because that's a lot deeper than people may realize. So we need the metaverse. We need land. How are land sales going to perform? What is going to be the purpose of buying this land? What's the value in this land? Is it going to be a good value proposition to have this land, to own VV land? Because we know that they have the most powerful brands in human history. So that's a selling point. So that just means that we need the ability to create things on land that can really drive value, and people are going to be willing to pay top dollar, because if you build something in the VVverse, if you buy land on VV and build something there, you're going to have the chance to hit Marvel fans, Disney fans, DC fans, and every other brand on VV. You're going to have the Ghostbusters fans. Like, you're going to be able to have reach to all the biggest fans in the world. So that means you can create things around your favorite shows, around your favorite animes, and all types of stuff. And people, it's going to be a space in the VVverse for everybody. Music, the music intervals coming. We need them to add the new verticals. We need music. We need anime. We need vehicles, like a lot more vehicles. We need racetracks. We need events and stuff being held there, concerts, stuff. We need more going on, and we need this going on daily. We need VV to get to the size where they do have these 50 million people, 100 million people, and then there's so much stuff built on land in the VVverse where it's constantly something selling out every day. Maybe one day Snoop Dogg has an event going on over there. Then some Marvel movie actors is there the next day. Then Fortnite is hosting a tournament over on that side of the VVverse, and VV has somehow worked out deals where they're working with all these different brands and all these different people, and VV has to be a hotspot. This is a lot of the stuff that needs to take place, and to think that this stuff could be happen in 5 years. I mean, I don't even know if we get out of the recession in that amount of time. Like, you know, I don't know if the state of the world changes in that amount of time. This is why I've always been a 10-year type of, I've been around a 10-year, you know, reassess type of holder, because I understand that it's going to take a lot for this world to get there. So when I first made my $10 OMI token prediction, people first think like, okay, so we're going to go up $1 a year. That was never what I meant. I was thinking more so along the lines of maybe 5 years we could see something like $1, or maybe even longer than that. I think that once we hit $1, we move up past $1 a lot faster. So it could take 10 years to hit $1. And if it takes 10 years to hit $1, I think the confidence is going to be there to start really moving towards, the $10 mark. So I just think that it's 100% possible that trillions move throughout this space. And if VV makes the right decision and make the right moves, VV could be in place to get a lot of that market cap that comes towards this entire industry. They have the brands. All they have to do is build the right things. So when it comes down to what else is going to be major, it is the utility. Like, so are they going to be able to partner with like airlines? So let's say an airline creates an NFT on VV. Are they going to be able to secure partnerships with like an airline where, okay, you get half off your flight if you own this VV NFT. You get a free flight a year if you own this NFT. So that way the airlines is getting involved in NFTs, and then they have utility tied to assets on VV. Can VV secure deals like this, pure utility-based deals that's a win-win for the customer and win-win for the businesses? Because an airline having their NFTs trading, because it actually gives real-world value and real-world utility, That's huge. And then it creates an opportunity for us to buy up these NFTs and then rent that utility to people who want to get half off on their flight. So, and if you haven't seen any of my other videos, like, you'll understand, like, if you go back and watch some, you'll understand how the airlines and companies still make money using NFTs, but it's a big opportunity there. The private gatherings and stuff, you know how Ferrari be having these events and stuff like that for Ferrari owners and stuff. If we can get Vivi to secure a deal where they do that through using Vivi NFTs, that would be huge. That would be amazing. Listening parties for music. That's another one on my list. Listening parties. So you secure artists, you have them drop their albums in NFT format, and then, you know, like, if you have this NFT, you get access to a listening party. You can fly somewhere, go to a listening party, and you're invited to an exclusive event because you hold this NFT. That is the world. A utility-based, NFT-based world is what we have to move to. And who knows how long it takes for the world to start shifting there. We've already seen some, especially during this last bull run. We've seen a lot of interesting stuff happening in the NFT space, but no one can actually time when the world shifts this, when the world understands the value of these types of utilities with this technology. We don't know when the proper education is going to get done there. Viviverse businesses. Now, Viviverse type businesses, we need the Viviverse first, you know, like, we need the Viviverse. And then that's just community-based entertainment type businesses. So I would want to create an escape room, something fun, something like that. But then there's another side of it, right? So you have that type of business, but also you have the real world businesses where Vivi could potentially partner with other companies and integrate certain other businesses into their business and integrate the OMI token into that as well. So what I mean by this is, think about Ready Player One. This is one key point that I always bring up. In Ready Player One, you know how he ordered that outfit? He ordered it in the metaverse and it got shipped to his door. What's that? That's Amazon. There is going to be an Amazon version of Amazon. It's going to be an Amazon on the blockchain. Is it going to be the actual Amazon, or is it going to be some competitor that uses the blockchain technology in some weird way to try and beat out Amazon? Who knows? But what can happen is Vivi secures a deal with them where you can buy certain things through the metaverse. You can buy certain things through the Viviverse, and you can use your OMI token to do it if you buy it through the Viviverse. So they can integrate a bunch, like basically what they're doing right now, integrating a bunch of partners and brands and bringing it all together. Instead of trying to compete with Amazon, have the actual Amazon in the Viviverse, so you can buy, like, let's say you need to buy your headset. You need, like, Vivi has all this augmented reality stuff. You need to buy this stuff. You could essentially buy it straight from the Viviverse. It's going to be powered by Amazon. We already see that right now. Like, we see PayPal. You can pay with PayPal in certain areas and stuff like that. Certain websites you go to, PayPal is being integrated into that. We're going to have stuff like PayPal, Amazon, eBay. This stuff is going to be integrated into the blockchain, and blockchain businesses will be able to, you'll be able to work together and partner with these. So we need to get to a point where, is that even a plan for Vivi though? Is Vivi planning to have that in depth of a metaverse where they can partner with something like Amazon and get that integrated, where people could buy a Vivi headset through Amazon directly from the Viviverse? Is that part of the plan? Is it possible to get OMI token somehow integrated in that? Like, legally, like, does that work out? Like, it's so many different things that we don't know. And then like buying cars, buying homes. We know that one use case of the metaverse, one use case of NFTs is anything with a contract. Buying a house, buying a home, buying a car. Like, this stuff, you can do that. Like, does Vivi want to take any part of that market share? Do they want to get any of that money that's going to be going towards that? Because that's how homes are going to be bought. That's how cars are going to be bought. Does Vivi have any intentions of using the power of all these brands? Are they going to build Vivi that far? Are they going to take it that far and try to enter that space as well? Then the OMI token having big partnerships, like stuff like Amazon. Let's say like IMX, like the way the OMI token is on IMX. and some of these games made by fans in the community. Are we going to get big companies integrating the OMI token, using the OMI token there? Are they going to start accepting the OMI token for the NBA merch and stuff like that? Like, you got all this access. Will Disney make OMI token an option to start paying for stuff when you go to their theme parks? Can we see that? You have these big partnerships. You've worked with AMC multiple times at this point. Will AMC allow you to buy a movie ticket if you have the OMI token? And do we have the technology available where it would be easier for them to take crypto? Are they willing to implement that? I don't know if NFTs and crypto is big enough for some of these big chains and businesses to start integrating ways of people to pay in something like OMI tokens just yet. So how long until they adopt crypto so much and a company like Vivi or Ecomi can actually talk them into allowing the OMI token to be accepted there? Because you can't really negotiate something that a business isn't even doing yet. If they don't even have, you can't even pay in Bitcoin. How you gonna ask them to pay in the OMI token? Like, they don't take cryptocurrency. So you think the OMI token is the first one there? Now that would be a hell of a sell. That would be a hell of a sell if Vivi can pull that one off. But they have pulled off crazy stuff. But the thing about the importance of having these conversations is we don't know if this would be in Vivi's plans. Is this part of their intentions ever at any point in time? We don't know this stuff. And this is the stuff that brings that we're getting to that $10 value if all of this gets implemented. But that's where the big if is. Like, my price prediction is based around the possibility of everything that can potentially come into this space. If Vivi really attacks every market with their brands, Vivi is in the best position to dominate all these markets, by the way, because they can attract the biggest fan base, the biggest amount of people because of the brands that they have. They're in the best position to dominate the blockchain, the metaverse, all of it. But this has to be part of the plan. They have to want to do this. So yeah, and then they have to have the connections and make the partnerships. But I mean, I feel like that's easier for Vivi because that's what they do. They utilize their connections and make partnerships. So are we going to see the OMI token with different brands and stuff like that as a part of different brands? AAA games integrating the OMI token. So right now we have a few games from people in the community, but can we expect to see can Vivi sign a deal with something like Call of Duty, where, and not just the OMI token, but the Vivi NFTs? Can they make it so instead of these games, doing everything on their own, maybe they can integrate Vivi NFTs in it? So let's say that we get Batman. Let's say that we go with a Batman game. Let's say, can they talk Batman into using the NFTs, or instead of buying the the battle pass or whatever the little pass is that gets you extra content in a Batman game, you have to have a Vivi NFT. Can they talk Batman into using Vivi NFTs in that way so that you can unlock extra premium content within the game if you own this through the Vivi app? Are we going to see deals like that? Are you planning to work with AAA games? Are you going to be able to buy cosmetics and stuff in Fortnite? Can you, instead of using V-Bucks, can they have an OMI token option? How would that work? Like, how would that work out? Is that going to take money away from Epic? How can we get Epic to make some money with that? How can we make the OMI token more attractive than Epic using their own V-Bucks? These are the type of questions we need answers to. This is the type of stuff that we need to be thinking on. What is the value proposition of Epic Games switching from V-Bucks over to the OMI token? How can the OMI token be that attractive where it becomes better than what's already out there? This is the type of stuff that we have to consider. This is the type of stuff that we need to be talking about. And this is going to get us to those real evaluations of trillions of dollars and stuff like that. We need to answer all this. Right now, Vivi is just at the beginning stages of getting a house built. They're getting their house built. Like that. That's what it is. That you're at the very, very beginning and the very, very start of building. So to think that this could be $1 in 5 years, I don't know if that's necessarily realistic. I don't know if that's realistic. When you really consider all the work and all of this stuff that I think is actually going to be getting us to those crazy evaluations. But I mean, who knows? Like during the next bull run, I think that we're gonna move up there. I think that we're gonna definitely move up there, depending on how much Vivi has accomplished then. Because also we haven't even talked about the crypto side of things, where on the crypto side of things, where we're on a bunch of exchanges. We start to get a bunch of buzz because of the deflationary aspects of this token, how much has been burned from this token already. And then we get listed on a bunch of exchanges. People can get this token so much easier. And the value, there's value there as well. So there's just so much, to consider, man. So I don't know if a $1 price point in 5 years is necessarily realistic. But I do believe that it's possible. I do believe it's more than possible. I believe $10 is possible. The thing is, some very extreme things has to happen that really shifts the world in some crazy ways. And then Vivi has to target certain markets that I don't know if they have any intentions of targeting right now. Like they're set up in a perfect position with the right brands and right partnerships to do it. I don't know if they have any intentions or goals of doing it. And even if they do have intentions and goals of doing certain things, they're nowhere near doing those things right now. Before we have some type of Amazon partnership in the metaverse, you got to have a metaverse. Before you can even work out a deal like that, you have to have a working metaverse. Before they would build a business like Amazon within the VVverse, you have to have your own fan base building their businesses. Can we rent collectibles? Why would anybody want to rent our collectibles? Where's the value proposition there? Like that's an even more basic aspect of trying to figure out the value and how that's going to work. Because if you want to convince Amazon to get into this metaverse, like we're already in this metaverse, what's going to be the value of us renting our collectible to someone else? Like, how are we going to be able to make some serious money doing this? It's just so many questions we don't have answers to. So yeah, at the end of the day, I believe you all know what I believe, man, but a lot has to happen and go very, very right for these things for us to start seeing these crazy numbers. And we just don't have enough information pointing towards that direction where it's like, okay, we're on a clear path there just yet. I get happy with VV because I can tell we're going in the right direction. As far as how long it's going to take us to get there, it's hard to say. I figure within the next 10 years, NFTs and crypto and stuff is going to be a hell of a lot more adopted. I'm already seeing crypto ATMs and stuff. Like, I believe in the next 10 years, we're definitely taking off towards where we're going to go. But 5 years, I mean, who knows? We could be. But let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I definitely would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this topic, y'all. Be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace out, fam.